Hello everyone, I'm back and today we're building the Ocean View Cafe, and I actually saw this image on Pinterest which was just so cute, and I thought that would just be perfect for Brindleton Bay, especially this lot. I just think this lot is a little bit strange in a way, this lot, because obviously on one side of it is just sort of faces onto the sea and it's like really beautiful, and you can kind of feel like the Sims would get there off like a little beaten track. But then on the behind it is like a big main road. So I always try to kind of like hide that main road when I build something here, because it just, I don't know, it's kind of like, for me, it doesn't really fit for the builds I tend to make on here, because it kind of like, you know, like cutesy, cottagey vibes, you know? So we do kind of like try to mask that. So the front of the lot is, like the official front of the lot is obviously the back of this build rather than where I'm putting the front of this build, if that makes sense. But I always see this as the front of the lot because the path kind of leads here. The road, you know, doesn't like attach to this lot. So I always think when the Sims load in and they just kind of pop, it's just like just pop up. It's just kind of random. But anyway, so yes, this is the Ocean View Cafe, and I decided the sort of 2 stories above it. So just 1 floor is the cafe, 2 floors above it is a 2-story apartment. Now, is that called a maisonette? I'm not sure of the official term, but anyway, we have a 2-story apartment, residential place above it. I kind of ummed about having the cafe on 2 stories, but I really wanted a residential lot above it because I think that the family who like own it and run it would live above it. I thought it'd be a really nice idea, and it's actually turned out to be really spacious. Like I said, it's 2 stories. I wasn't sure if the like little dormer windows in the loft I'd actually make functional. Sometimes I make them and they're not functional. It's just purely for light decoration on the roof, but they are actually functional. It's a nice little space up there. Yeah, so it makes it, so it's like a 3-bed apartment. One of them set up as an office, but you could easily obviously set them up as 3-bed. And yeah, so like I said, I saw this on Pinterest and I thought, do you know what, it really reminded me of sort of like Cornwall, like it's like a seaside cafe, right? And I set it up to be a cafe, but it can also be like function as a restaurant, because I don't know, like in The Sims, I find cafes are literally just obviously the kind of little barista station, let's call it. Whereas in my mind, a cafe like this would still serve breakfast, lunch, dinner if you wanted to, but you could also go there and just have a coffee and cake. So I kind of like having the option of, if you want your Sims to have an actual meal, you could have it as a restaurant, or if you just want your Sim to go in for coffee and cake, you can just have it set up as a cafe. It just kind of works. And obviously if it's a restaurant, then it can be owned, you know, as a retail lot, like by the family. Say you do want to play it in that way, then you could have it owned by the family that live above. Or if you wanted, you could just play it as the residential lot, if you know what I mean. If you just wanted to be living above the cafe and not actually own the cafe, like you could just set this up as a residential rental or something, and then just obviously highlight the rooms that you want as the apartment, you know? So yes, you'll see that I put basically loads of trees at the back of this lot because, and around the lot obviously, just to kind of blend it in a little bit. And so so when you're sort of facing the cafe, you can't see the main road behind it, essentially. That's the idea, just hide it. Because I don't know, I just feel like you shouldn't be able to see that from this lot. There's another lot as well, isn't there, that's kind of like on the other side of this road, I think. And that's even more just like nestled. I find it strange how there's no obvious way of like how you'd maybe get there by car, or because, you know, the road there's no kind of exit from the road there. It's just, there's a road next to it and then there's a big drop and then there's the lot. Anyway, it's just, but they're quite nice to make like cozy little cottages in, I think, because it's definitely the aesthetic of this area. And obviously with the sea view, you've got to do it, you know, take advantage of it. But yeah, so I got a couple of exciting things to say, actually. You might not find it exciting, but it's exciting to me. First one is I've bought a desk. Let's say a desk, it's not a desk. It might just be a table, to be honest, because I've never had somewhere to actually put my laptop when doing building or whatever. I'm normally on the kitchen table or something like this, but we've always had this alcove by one of our fireplaces, which is never used, and I always thought it was too small to put like a desk there. Like that in my mind, that seemed like a good idea because we don't use that space, and why not put a desk, because you always kind of need a storage desk, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I kind of always thought it was too small for that, so I've never really looked into it into that much detail. But then the other day I was on Facebook Marketplace and someone was selling for really cheap like this little table which would fit perfectly in that gap, and also like high enough for a desk chair, if that makes sense. So I'm not really sure if it's technically it's a desk, technically it's very, very small, so it could be used for any kind of table use, I suppose. Anyway, I've put this, so that's where I am today. I am sitting in my little alcove, so we'll see how it sounds, see how it was running. But it's just nice to have somewhere for it to permanently be, because I was always like having to get it out and put it away, get it out, put it away somewhere. It's just nice for it to be here ready to use, And then the other very exciting thing is last time I was talking about how we were doing a little bathroom renovation, and we'd been stripping all the wallpaper. It was the final room in our house which had wallpaper on it, and we hadn't touched it at all basically since we moved in. And we finished stripping the wallpaper and we started painting it. Really lovely painted colour, sort of like kind of like a terracotta orange rust vibe, if you know what I mean. And then the flooring in there has always been really strange to me. I'm not really sure what the previous owners put on the floor, but it was kind of just, it was in individual planks, but not like planks of wood, very, very thin planks. They stuck them down with glue, kind of just like adhesive tiles, I suppose, that you kind of see people use. But they didn't meet, if you see what I mean. So they were stuck down, but they didn't meet together. So there's always like little gaps, because they obviously they didn't do it as well as they could have, let's say. So there was always lots of little gaps in between each of all the planks. And whenever like you get out of the bath or the shower, like I was always really worried, like water's just gonna, like be going down those gaps and, get into the floorboards, and just don't want that, not in a bathroom. So I got some sheet vinyl, which is like super practical because it's just like one big sheet. There's no joins. And I laid some sheet vinyl on the floor. How exciting is that, guys? I am now doing Sims in real life. Like that's for me, that was like next level. Painting and stuff, like done that before, and that kind of stuff. But laying flooring, how fun is that? And now it looks really funky because I got this like really, it looks like tile. See, it's not. But yeah, like really funky pattern. So it's like that room looks so different now, but it's just literally been painted and I've laid some sheet vinyl floor and it looks like a completely different room. It's really crazy how like such small changes can make such big changes, But anyways, that was my exciting news. Probably not that exciting to everyone else, but exciting to me. But we have been cracking on the inside of this build, and you may have seen that you may not have, but you may have seen that I spent a long time with the shelves behind the like coffee station area, because I love to put mugs, that like clutter mug item on the shelves, especially like in a kitchen or a cafe, something like this. I don't, it just makes sense, right? They'd have loads of mugs because they're making coffee all day. And I spent so long looking for that item because I know that it comes from the Everyday Clutter Pack. And I even checked that. I went online and I checked it when I couldn't find it because I filtered by that pack. And it was just gone. Now, I don't know if I've missed something. Maybe. Because it was gone. Like, the item has gone and the singular mug has gone. Like, I don't know if anyone else has had this. Was this just a bug in this moment? Like, I haven't, to be fair, I might go on it again later and like check if it's come back. But it was definitely gone. Like, I scrolled for ages. I filtered it. Like I said, I checked online to see if it was from a different pack, and I've just been looking at the wrong pack, but I definitely had the right pack. It's gone. So I ended up just putting loads and loads of plates, which is like not as nice. It doesn't make as much sense, because then of course in the kitchen area I also put loads of plates. So now there's just loads and loads of plates. It looks like they have loads of plates and no cups or mugs. But yeah, if anyone knows anything about that, please let me know, because I'm really confused, because I love using that little item and it's just gone. Like, I'm just going crazy. Like, I don't know. But anyway, this space down here, I tried to keep it light and airy. So everything's like, obviously we've got a lot of blue colours because that's just kind of like the theme of the build. But like very light, airy colours. Kind of, I didn't want to go super, super modern. I didn't want it to have been really, really renovated, but it's nice. Like, I imagine this cafe's been around for a long time and they've kept it really well. So it's just kind of got a mixture of traditional and slightly more modern. Like the sofas are quite nice and the armchairs, but it's not like super, super sleek or anything. It's just nice little vibe, And I also loved using that fireplace. I do really love the new fireplace we got from the new pack, or the most recent pack. But obviously it's got a big skull on it, and that's not really the vibe for a lot of builds. So I think you're going to see me quite often just covering it with something. So this time I put a mirror over it so you can't see. But yeah, I don't know. Like, obviously I understand why that's on there because it's part of the pack, the theme of the pack. But for everyday builds or other builds, it's a really nice fireplace. I like having the fireplaces that are bigger than just the mantle, let's say, when it goes up on the wall. I don't know, it just adds a bit of, I don't know, it just looks a bit more realistic in a way, because it makes it have that kind of alcoves either side of it, which you get with a fireplace, without using, obviously, a whole wall tile, because that would be a very big alcove then, if that makes sense. You can't do that. I do that sometimes, but I do like having these fireplaces. The only thing, obviously, is the downstairs I use the middle floor height, so the like chimney, what do you call it? Like the chimney rest above the mantle doesn't go all the way to the ceiling, which obviously it would in real life, but in this, it does not. But that's fine, we just look past it, you know? And then here, now I love this little shaker kitchen. I think the shaker kitchens are really nice in Sims, especially this one because it's got a really nice butler sink that fits into it. So it just like you know, like merges in, it's not, I don't know, it just works. But the back of this, like the island piece, I don't know if you noticed, it's like pink. Now, I'm not really sure why, because that just does not fit for me with the blue cabinets and then obviously the kind of light wood countertops. So I used the chopping board to just cover the back of it to make it look like it's wood, because that looked kind of strange to me. Like, it just a strange colour choice. Like, obviously you can't change that. That's just a part of, if you use that colour unit, that's the colour you're going to get on the back of your island. So yeah, I just covered it up with a bit of wood. Kind of strange, you know? And you'll see again, I've just put like a load more plates down, because what else can I put on my shelves now in the kitchens and stuff? It's just, I'm so confused. Like, this is gone. Anyway, so you'll see that this apartment upstairs it's really nice. It's really big, spacious, much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Nice big sort of like open plan living kitchen space, and then you'll see the stairs that go up obviously into the loft, and then they've got on this first floor of the apartment a bathroom, full bathroom, and an office, which could be a bedroom, and then the main bedroom. This is the little bedroom here. Well, it's an office, I should say, but you could easily make this into a bedroom. I kind of felt like there would be an office just as part of running, obviously, the cafe downstairs, but also, it might sound strange, but this is kind of like the first door. When you come through the front door of the flat at the top of the stairs, this is the first door you come to. It's literally opposite the front door. And I don't know, I didn't like the idea of it being a child's bedroom. I know that sounds really weird, but because it felt like a bedroom which have a single bed in. I mean, it could have been a adult single bed, or it could have been a guest bedroom, but I don't know why. I was like, you know, if you had a family that needed a main bedroom and then 2 children's bedrooms, you could have this here. But for me, I didn't want the door to be there. I don't know why. It's just, yeah. It took me a while to orientate the stairs, you see, that go up into the loft, to use the loft in the best space. This was kind of the best way I felt like doing it, which just meant that room opposite the front door, the one that's an office, is a little bit of a strange shape, and the door had to be opposite the front door. So that's just kind of, it's just what happened basically. And the bathroom, I put a bath in there. I really love that new bath as well from the new pack. And I kind of wanted a bath shower combo in that bathroom. So obviously you've got the option for both, but because of where the window was, I don't like blocking it with, for example, one of the bath shower combos that are like tiled, if you get what I mean, rather than there's ones with like curtains, like shower curtains that go all the way around, and then there's some that have got tiled, and I don't like blocking that with the tile ones, but I also didn't want to use the curtain one today, just didn't want to. So I opted for putting a bath, and then, you know, the shower, like this, the shower head that obviously they can just use as a shower, I put that over it to make it look like that's built into part of the bath. Obviously they can't use that as a shower, which, I mean, you can change it if you want, but I just thought that's actually how a lot of baths look, with having a shower combo, like it's just on the wall, you know? So I've done it like that just because I thought it looked quite nice, but not very functional because I can't use it as a shower. But that's why on the upstairs, I have put it's like a little washroom in one of the dormer windows, which has got a shower, but obviously it's just it's a small space, so it's just a shower and it's kind of just right next to the sink in the toilet. But it's kind of useful. So you've got a shower in the lot, so that's not a problem. It's just, I put it upstairs. And then this is a very strange bedroom again. It's like a T shape. So I thought it'd be quite cute to have like 2 children maybe bedroom up here, and we could have 2 little single beds on either end of the dormer windows, and then just a little setup. But like I said, you can use the bed, like the room downstairs, as set up as an office, as a bedroom if you want to. But yeah, you can do whatever you want with it if you like. So it's quite a nice, cosy little space for the children to have up here. Just kind of nice, cosy vibes. But yeah, this has definitely made me feel like I really want to build something a bit bigger than this, but of the same vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like a little harbour town would be so cute, but also would actually be quite big. I say little, it would end up being quite big, let's be real. But anyway, I will leave you with some screenshots and see you in the next one. Bye.